Good afternoon, parents. Welcome to our town hall regarding our health check system, as well as Georgia Milestone, and just a few reminders for this month of March. So we'll get started here. And if you have any questions as we're presenting, please do not hesitate to put your questions in the chat. Mr. Gomillion will be looking at our chat and making sure that we answer all questions. So first, we're going to start off with a new app that we will be using beginning Monday, March 22nd. As you know, more students will be coming into the building. So instead of doing the daily attestation form for COVID-19 symptoms, we will now use an app. And it is imperative that everyone screens their child before sending them to Continental Colony. So Miss Lee and Miss Pierce are going to share the details about this particular app. All right, I'm turning it over to
That,
you, Miss Pierce and Miss Lee.
yes, Dr. Vaughn, can you clip back? It's covering one part that we were gonna read.
Oh, this is the first slide.
Oh, no. Okay, that's okay. Oh, okay. So, Panther parents, you're gonna receive the letter that's behind the rectangular square. And I just read the first statement for you. Dear families, the safety of the entire school district is our top priority as we reopen and resume working on site. To help keep everyone safe, we have partnered with Health Check to screen symptoms of COVID-19 before starting work each day. So the Health Check is the COVID-19 screening tool that we will be using. All students participating in person instruction are required to have a daily health screening. So this is the device that you're going to use. Where you see where it says get started, you'll be receiving an activation. Yes, that's it.
I'm sorry, I wasn't sure if you wanted to see that screen.
That was it. So the Health Check is a COVID-19 screening tool available as a mobile app and website. All students participating in each person's instruction are required to have a daily health screening. Parents or students ages 10 plus will utilize the health check to answer a handful of COVID-19 symptom questions before being permitted to enter the school building. After answering those questions, you will receive a green or red color status indicating your student's level of risk based on your responses. Your answers are protected, and Health Check follows strict data privacy laws like HIPAA, COPPA, and FERPA to ensure the security of your data. The summary information is collected and presented in a dashboard that our Health Check School Administrator, and I am one, and so is Dr. Vaughn. We are the Health Check School Administrators for our school, and we can use to track risk and take preventative actions. No one will see your specific symptoms of health history. If you have one or more symptoms, the administrator will be alerted of the color status. Administrators will not know which system triggered the email, in addition to our other safety protocols. So it's going to be very important that you download this app and you do this each morning before you send your face-to-face child. In addition to other safety protocols, this process helps ensure our families are safe. Using Health Check is simple and takes under 1 minute. We ask that all families to follow these steps to use the app. Before coming to school, answer the screening questions in the Health Check app or website. Take the appropriate action based on the results of the screening as follows. Green, if you get a green alert, you are eligible to come to school. That means your little panther can come to school that day. If you get a red, your school administrator has been notified. Please do not come to school. All right, to get started, you'll be receiving an activation email you should have received it on March the 9th, 2021. This email had the instructions on how to activate your account and to log in. Be sure to change your password the first time you access the program. Once you have your account information and log in, you can download and begin using the app right away. So starting on Monday, March the 22nd, 2021, you must complete the daily health screening using the Health Check app before your student arrives at school. To prepare you to activate Health Check next week, please review the next few pages. We appreciate your cooperation and continued support in helping to ensure that our school remains safe and students and staff members remain healthy. Also, to learn more about Health Check, please visit the website at the bottom. And also, we have this information on our school's website. We will be sharing information on support website dedication to APS that will include information about how to download, set up, and use the Health Check app. So the next slide just shows you what you would see, the Health Check facility codes by grade level. This is what you would see to sign up. So you see the red areas. That's what you need to make sure you fill out the fields: email, your password, your phone number, your first name, last name, the facility code, and the date of birth. And for Continental Colony, the facility code is right here in red, and also on the handout you will see that's the facility code. So if you have a first grader, you're going to use A305701. If you have a second grader, A305702. Third grade, A305703. Fourth grade, A305704. Fifth grade, A305705, and kindergarten, A3057KK. So make sure you complete all of those fields so that you can download and they're going to send you the activation code, and so that you'll be able to use the app. All right, and on the next slide, it just talks about the daily screening guide. These are your steps for you. Step 1, log into the app using the email that you registered and the password that you created. Step 2, start your health check, getting you back to the community. And then step 3, you answer the questions. Step 4, get color-coded results. And step 5, follow the directions. Remember, if you receive a green, you are eligible to come to the school. That's like go in driving. You can go. Red, do not come to the school at this time. And remember, the school administrators of the health check is myself, Mrs. Pierce, or Dr. Vaughn. So we will receive an email, an alert. We will know whether or not if your child is supposed to be in the building. All right. Also, documents can be found on our school's website, and you see the link. Remember, www.atlantapublicschools.us/continental. So if you need any information over the weekend, just go to our website and click on the link, and everything is embedded there for you. Don't forget, starting Monday, March the 22nd, use the new app, Health Check, for pre-screening.
All right. Good afternoon, parents. All right, so I am going to go over the Georgia Milestones, end of grade, spring 2021. You'll hear me interchangeably use milestones or end of grade. They both mean the same thing. So in front of you, you see the bullets that I am just going to talk about. I'll cover each one, but so I just want you to listen to me as I talk about the milestones. And as I talk, I'll be hitting these bullets. So on April 26th, 2021, we will administer the Georgia Milestones Integrated Assessments for the 2020-2021 school year. Now, due to the nature of the milestones, no virtual options have been made, by the Georgia Department of Education. All right, so the assessments must be administered in person and in a secure environment. So we will not be offering testing for students who are remaining virtual, but I will speak to that. So since APS is required to administer all milestone assessments, however, our Superintendent Woods, made it very clear that students who continue to learn virtually should not be required, to come to school for the sole purpose to take the milestone assessment. All right, so this means that although our virtual students are certainly invited, so we will invite you, to come to the school to take the milestones. It is not a requirement, So the expectation for students that are already in person is that they will sit for the milestones during the regularly scheduled testing session, Okay, so although there are no negative consequences for students who do not participate in the assessment this year, student level results of the Georgia Milestones assessment, it can be used by teachers to tailor instruction and intervention opportunities to better meet the needs of your child. So also the milestone scores are often used, right, to help teachers for small groups for differentiated instruction. And we understand that you may be apprehensive, okay, about testing in person. I understand that, but just know that we are taking every precaution, okay, to ensure a safe environment, including, of course, social distancing, sanitizing, flexible schedules, and wearing our personal protective equipment. Okay. Now I will also be sending out a link. Well, you can see right here on the PowerPoint, but I also will be sending it out on our school dojo. But if you want to copy it down, you can. All right. So we just kind of want to get an idea of who would be interested in coming to school to take the assessment. Okay, it's a very, very short, it'll literally take about 30 seconds to fill out. It just pretty much tells who you are, your child, if you're interested to take the test, and then if you would need transportation. Okay, so if you can fill that out, parents who are listening, if you can fill that out as soon as possible. Again, we're going to put this out on Dojo, and that way, the quicker you fill it out, then the more that we can prepare and making preparations if need be. Okay. If you have any questions, I'm Mr. Gomillion, assistant principal, but I am also the school test coordinator. There is my email if you want to contact me by email or by phone as well. Now, on the next slide, I have put up here some resources, okay, for you to go ahead and start preparing. Okay, so the test, again, I said, starts on April 26th. So we are a little over a month away. Okay, so it'll be here before you know it. So if you want to go ahead and start getting in some practice, just to kind of get an idea of what your child is going to be exposed to, I've put on here links, okay, for you to go to get some practice. And on those links, you have practice ELA questions, you have practice math questions, okay? So, and I've separated them by 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Now, the last link where it says 3rd through 5th, I would copy that down too, okay? Because on that link, once you go to that link, you just click the grade level that your child is in, okay? And again, you will be subjected to some more practice questions. So it'd be a good idea, maybe kind of over the spring break to keep your child in the or get your child into the testing mode. These are some great resources to start out at. Okay, so I'll leave that up there for a few more seconds as we talk, so that you can copy it down. But this is also something that I will put on Dojo in addition to the survey link. Okay, so again, I want to stress that. Parents, if you are interested in your child to test, please fill out that survey link as soon as possible. Thank you.
Mr. Gomillion, one question that parents may have, what content areas are students tested in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade?
Yes, all grade levels will be tested in math and ELA, okay? 5th grade will be the only other grade level that will be tested in science. I think it was just science. Social studies won't be counted this year. Okay, so again, just ELA and math, and then 5th grade science.
Thank you. We'll leave those up for just a second, and I'm just going to go back to the survey. As Mr. Gomillion stated, please, if you are interested in your student, if your student is virtual and you're interested in them coming to school to take the assessment, please complete the link. Remember, all face-to-face students will participate. If you have questions about your face-to-face student participating, please make sure you reach out to Mr. Gomillion. So again, there's the survey link.
And I want to reiterate too, parents, that remember, just as always, this assessment is not used to determine if your child will advance to the next grade level. Okay, this is primarily used as an additional resource for us to cater learning to your child going into the next year. So this is a helpful thing to take part of for your child. Okay, thank you.
And again, the resources, and we will post all links in Class Dojo. And before we go, we want to just remind you of a few things. We are all in this together. Remember, together we will increase life chances. So making sure that our boys and girls have opportunities and an array of choices as they grow older to choose from based on the knowledge they have received at Continental Colony Elementary. So a part of this triangle, we need everyone to be a part of this triangle because, of course, if you take one side of the triangle off, the triangle will collapse. So the 4 things we really need your help with. The first thing is making sure if your child is still virtual, making sure they log into class every day with the camera on, staying logged in. Remember, our schedule now is from 8 to 2:30. And if you can just pop in and out on your child throughout the day to make sure your child is online. I know some of our boys and girls are at daycare centers. Same thing, if you can ask your daycare center if they can also pop in and out and just make sure the boys and girls are engaged online. Also, check Class Dojo. You heard us mention that several times today for daily class and school updates. Number 2 is making sure your child completes their weekly playlist for each content area. So on asynchronous Wednesdays, that's the focus, right? The playlist. And at the end of the playlist, there's a section called Evidence of Learning. That portion is due every Friday, and that is the only way your boys and girls can get a grade to show mastery or maybe even lack of mastery to help the teachers plan for the following week for the targets for that week. So please make sure your boys and girls have submitted their evidence of learning each Friday. Number 3, making sure they log on to iReady Math and Reading for at least 30 minutes daily, and this is beyond the school day. At 2:30, you may say, okay, take a break. Then at 2:45, you're going to come back and get on iReady Reading, take a break. Then after dinner, maybe log on to iReady Math. Some of our boys and girls that have been diligent with their iReady, they surpassed 100% of their stretch growth. And I've shared that on the morning announcements that you can find on our YouTube channel as well. But they have, during this time when we know virtual learning is difficult, these boys and girls have surpassed the typical growth as well as the stretch growth. And there were several students that did that. So it definitely helps on their own individual path. And last but not least, making sure your child reads for 30 minutes every day. They have access to over 6,000 titles in the MyOn app that is in my backpack. You can also have just a real book in your hand and read that book, a magazine. This should be enjoyable reading and not, it can be required reading, but we do want our boys and girls to make sure that they enjoy reading. And then just have a discussion with your child about what they're reading. Also, every Tuesday, our school at Continental Colony, those students and staff that are face-to-face, they can participate in COVID-19 surveillance testing. So if you do want your child to participate, please make sure you complete the consent form and your child can be tested. But we do need that consent form every Tuesday if you want them tested each Tuesday. And last but not least, I can't wait to see so many of your beautiful faces on April 2nd, those boys and girls that have been in school every day from January, February, and March, the whole second semester so far. They will be invited to attend the first Perfect Attendance Drive-In movie. We're going to have an actual drive-in in the back parking lot. We have some goodies for you guys. We have some snacks. So if you have been in school, parents, January, February, and March, and have had perfect attendance, we have several students that fit this criteria. Your family will be invited to the first ever Perfect Attendance Drive-In movie. We'll all stay in our cars, making sure we keep our distance, and we'll enjoy a movie together. Mr. Gomillion, do we have any questions in the chat?
No questions at this time, no.
All righty. Well, if we do not have any questions, this video, if you missed the beginning or you want to watch it again, it is available on our YouTube channel, and Ms. Lee will also post in Class Dojo for your viewing pleasure. Everyone have an awesome